Good afternoon, Sales Academy listeners, followers, YouTubers, podcasters, and everything in between us. Tweeters, Facebookers, you know the crack, right? Googlies. Today's musing came from a brilliant conversation I had the pleasure of being, and I mean, when I say surrounded by, I was literally sandwiched between two rugby giants in South Wales, Llanelli Scarlets and the Neath Ospreys boys. So in this conversation, we were talking about business and life and principles and kind of leadership and different kind of really, really fun, enjoyable subjects. And one that came up was an acronym that I'd not heard before. And I'm thinking, why haven't I heard this? But it was such a brilliant conversation. I just had to come and share it with you guys, right? Because it was so simple, but it was so powerful. And the conversation was, or the principle that they were sharing was the principle of BIG, right? And the acronym standing for back in game. And it was literally a case of like, when stuff happens, and stuff will happen, you know, in life, in business and all this sort of stuff, getting back up and getting back into the game is how you get measured. And it was brilliant because listening to these two, you know, big, hearty Welsh rugby men talking from an angle of, you know, it doesn't matter how good that tackle was. You might have done an amazing tackle and got this guy to the floor. But you can't just lie about on the floor going, oh my God, how good was that tackle? That was amazing. You just get back up and get back in the game because your entire team is dependent on, reliant on you getting back up and getting back in the game. And I was like, I like that. How many times do we either celebrate something or we have a success or we have a challenge and we just spend too long rolling around on the ground, not getting back in the game? So that's it. It's a short and sweet one today, guys. But I want you to consider your life, your business, your team, your attitude to challenges, your response to setbacks and successes and celebrating wins and stuff, and to look at it and go, okay, so what next? How do we get back in the game? How do we, if we've celebrated success and we're really pleased with that result or that activity or that outcome of that particular thing, how do we take that energy and get back in the game? How do we take that energy and move that momentum forward? Same as when we hit those challenges, how do we get back in the game? How do we not allow it to drag us down? And how do we take that kind of fight, that steel to get back into it? All right. So that's it. Back in game, the acronym BIG. I just wondered if you thought about that as your business and your team and your daily ethics, what difference could it make? How long are you dwelling on things and how long does it take you to get back in game? Cool. Adam Brooks, Sales Academy. Talk to you soon.